go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Francesca Bianchi. It was a brand in 2024 that I started discovering, as you can see from my limited collection. But if you look up top here and if you see a bunch of boxes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Bianchis that I need to unbox, including this one right here. You don't even know I have this one because I didn't do a video yet. It is in the unboxing pile, which is called the Black Knight. I haven't spoken about that one on my channel, but I did unbox Under My Skin last year. It was the start of a snowball effect. Today we are delving into the dark side, which I will, this is not for my personal collection, it is for decanting for the website. So unfortunately for me, I'm just testing it out and then I am draining the whole bottle for the decant site. But it gives me, this is one of the more popular Bianchis, and it is not one in my 4 here, so might as well delve into it. It is something that I'm interested in. Bianchi's fragrances, from my research, when I went with Under My Skin, and it smelled very balmy. Iris is something that Francesca utilizes a lot, and some will say redundancy comes into spades with this brand. You know, I don't mind that a fragrance, you know, Perfume has their signature, right? Jean-Claude Elena, you could say some of them get kind of boring, right? Déclaration to Hermès. There's some that, you know, you can almost tag them together. And when it's the same brand and they have that same signature, sometimes people, you know, they're like, I don't mind it. I actually really like when they have a signature. At least you have something that I can grasp onto. And Bianchi's signature, if you're going to be balmy, you're going to be spicy sometimes, or you're going to be more woody at other times, maybe more ambery, you know, or more smoky at other times, or you know, if you have that same idea but a different concept with the whole, I don't mind. If the whole's really good, jeez, pause. Jeez. If your signature is really good, that's probably a better word. That means I'm really going to be interested in your brand. I don't care. I don't care about redundancy. We'll say there's enough redundancy in the fragrance game in regards to, you know, brands that have actually no signature, right? PDM. I'll take shots at them with videos of that has nothing to do with them. They got no signature. They got no backbone. They got nothing to really retain me as a consumer. I want to have at least, I know there's a little sense of familiar in her fragrances, and then you got things that surround it. Now, I'm not saying, again, I'm still a noob, right? I still haven't unboxed all my Bianchis, so you never know. So the dark side. So this is a brand that I just looked on my channel. I only have the one video of Under My Skin, but it is a brand that I discovered back in 2024, and it is one that I would say blew my socks off. That, you know, when you're blind buying this much, 4 or 5 at a time, you've done something right off the bat. So in 2025, hopefully we're gonna have several videos of the Bianchi lineup on my channel. I gotta unbox these things. I gotta unbox all my stuff, my personal stuff. I got tons to do. As much as you don't want to see the other side of the camera, it is a mess for unboxings, quote unquote. There's fragrances like this that don't even have a box. They're just sitting there, just waiting. I'm not wearing them because I want to shoot them. It's spilling over to over here, and I'm gonna have to start putting some behind these, but maybe I should stop buying. Mark has a problem. First step is admitting it. Now, before we get into anything, if you are a fan of Francesca Bianchi's products, I just told you that I'm going to be delving into it a little bit more. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. If you're new here, welcome to the Robezoid channel. I'm the host, Mark. And if you are back on the channel, right, you want more Bianchi, you know what to do. You have to hit that like button. I take a look at my stats and just see, you know, what my subscribers want to see. Thumbs down, I don't care. It's just interaction, comments, likes, things like that. I see, you know, I don't care about the trolling. The trolling's fine. but I'm looking at the numbers and seeing what you guys want to see. If so, I'm going to do more. Like, I'm not going to blind buy just for the channel. I have done that before. I've learned my lesson way back when. But yeah, let's take a look at the note breakdown of the dark side. Enough yapping. I'm known for that. Let's take a look at the notes. Now, up top we have honey, styrax, and incense. Okay, hold the horses here. Your top note is base notes, basically. You know, you got honey, you got some sticky sweet things here with honey and styrax, and then you got the incense, which, you know, we know it's a three-dimensional note, so we'll see what we get out of that, but that's a pretty heavy top notes lineup. Now let's go into the mid. Let's see what else there is in here. Vanilla, okay, another sweet note. Patchouli, violet, amber, and iris. Okay, so there's a lot of sweet notes here. Honey, styrax, vanilla, amber, and we got some powdery notes. Iris, of course, her signature. Violet, so we got some green note. Patchouli and incense, kind of your X factors. Where are they gonna go? In the base, we have vetiver, another green note. So patchouli and vetiver, cedar and sandalwood. So we got a woody backdrop, released back in 2016. Of course, the name on the box is the Perfume. Bianchi is, of course, your nose behind this. Now let's take a look at pricing. This one retails for approximately 110 USD for 30 mils. So you're not getting much, but it is an Extrait de Parfum. On discounters, you're looking at around $80 to $90 at discounters. So you're saving, you know, $20 to $25 depending. So for me, that's a small threshold, right? Would you rather get it from the source than getting it from a discounter? Personally, at that price point, it is on that realm there that I'm like, yeah, would I? I need to save a little bit more than that. So let's delve into the dark side. Let's take off the sleeve here and let's see what this one is all about. I'm wondering if it's going to be really, really sweet because of all those sweet, like there's a lot of sweet notes. There's a lot of woods though. There's a lot of woods in the back end to kind of temper that. Obviously you got some powdery florals, so we'll see. We're going to put it on strip first and then we'll put it on skin. This was a returned product, but seems like the person did 1 or 2 sprays. Now, the juice color is, even though it's most likely a dye, it gives me hope. Oh, the atomizer is kind of sticky, so, oh, okay. Atomizer, oh, that's a thick mist. Not a laser, but a thick one. Okay, let's delve into this one. Let's see what the dark side brings. And it's been a while since I've smelt a Bianchi, so let's get into it. Oh, see, she can't miss. She can't. It's balmy. I think I used that word for under my skin. I really like Francesca's signature. Oh man, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Chergui here. There's like a hay-like quality. There's sweetness. Yeah, this is Sheldrake's Sergetan's Chergui, which is one of my favorite perfumes of all time. This is really nice. It's dark, it's balmy. It's got a little bit of Chergui in there. You know, you got that honey, that amber, the incense, sandalwood, iris. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I know Chergui, I've worn it since 2010. It's been one of my favorites from 2010. They have the same notes, right? Honey, amber's in there, incense is in there, sandalwood's in there, and iris is in there. I think those are the 5 that are matchy-matchy. If my Rolodex is doing well today. Wow, yeah, a lot of Chergui in here. Honeyed sweetness, ambery glow. You know, those are keywords. You know, you want to get keywords from your fragrance reviewer. For me, those words, when somebody's telling me an ambery glow, a honeyed sweetness, my ears perk up a little bit. They're like, oh, yes. You know, there's almost like a tea-like quality here, like herbs and spices, but like a herbal tea, but like a darker, browner tea, right? Cinnamon. So that note breakdown is not telling us everything. Now, ambery glow can go into that, right? It can have some from the resinous side of things, right? A lot of resins give out a cinnamon-like hue. So, you know, vanilla and then of course a resin, a balsam come together, labdanum, things like that, make an amber. Wow, 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 wow. When I compare you to one of my favorites of all time, and I'm not saying they're, you know, cousins or anything. Oh, no, they're cousins. I wouldn't say they're brothers. They're close. They're in the same family. And there's a whole big difference. You know, some people say, Mark, wait a minute, right? Parfum de Marlies, you say they're not unique, right? They smell like something. Yeah, when you smell like a designer sauvage versus a masterpiece, and I don't say that lightly. I don't say masterpiece in every 5 videos like a lot of fragrance reviewers. I say masterpiece like once a year. Chergui is an effing masterpiece. I don't care what you have to say. In my personal opinion, it is one of the best in the game. Sheldrake, love them for that. Sergitan, love them for that. Chergui was my first dip into Sergitan, and I haven't looked back. It is a masterpiece. And when you smell, and I mean quality, like I mean, this doesn't smell like a cheaper version of it. This smells on par. This is Sheldrake-like penmanship. This is so good. Great use of resins. Styrax and the amber with the incense really work well together here. It's smoothed out by the florals that she utilizes, of course, her iris. But I do see the violet also taking the reins as well. A little bit of powder from them. Yeah, this is, well, the dark side, should have blind bought that one too. Dang, all right, well, live and learn, but that's what I love about having this decanting, is that I could try out fragrances like this that I wanted to buy, and really I was going to blind buy. It was going to be next, but I was kind of slowing down with this brand because I got like 5 to unbox. But yeah, I get a little bit of that patchouli and I get a little bit of that sandalwood as well. Very much unisex. There's a little bit of mystery that goes. I love these type of fragrances that have like an air of mystery to them. It almost makes you want to close your eyes and it takes you to a place. And this brand, at least right now in the early goings, does that. I really like the spicy facets in here that are not listed in the note breakdown, but of course, if you use your imagination and of course you use your past experience with certain notes, you'll see that, oh, just because it lists amber doesn't mean the thing's not going to be spicy. Wow. Amber is central, by the way, just to give you an FYI. That is your primary, and then, but then you think, oh no, it's her signature iris that's primary. Or maybe it's the violet. Perhaps it's the Styrax. It's complex. Each note complements each other. Francesca has quite a skill set here, you know, and a lot of people, you know, on my channel have been saying, oh, you do a lot of negative reviews. Well, yeah. But you need to know that it comes from a good place. It's not like I'm just trying to bash fragrances just for funsies. I'm a fragrance reviewer. And yeah, maybe more positive can come about the channel. But when I'm decanting stuff, this is a lot of stuff that I'm not personally buying myself. But at least you're getting a valid thought process. And then you stumble upon something like this. And now it's early in 2025 and we already got, quote unquote, our first real stunner of 2025 that I've just discovered. It is a stunner. And if I'm comparing it to Chergui, it is a comparable. I'm not going to lie. So unique points, yeah, but they're they're close cousins. But right, when you're saying that, oh, you're not unique, but the quality is there, it kind of takes away from the gross side of, you know, it's stealing an idea, but it's not really. It's its own thing. And if Chergui got discontinued, as sad as I would go in a corner and cry. Not that this would replace it. I'd probably get a backup bottle. They're fairly cheap, but this is something that I would be like, okay, I could spray a couple of this one and I'd still be okay. This would be a problem on a woman. And I mean that in a good way. Like, oh my God, problem. Like if a woman passed by me wearing this, woo, woo. And that's what I like about darker fragrances on women. It gives you like that air of mystery. You know, you're just like, ah, this girl's got taste. Yeah, I want you to, it's an inviting fragrance, right? Instead of a bubblegummy thing. That's not inviting. It's almost, personally for me, it's almost childish. I rather have a woman that wears something like this or something classier, right? This is more carnal. This is more like, ooh, hello. But you know, if she's wearing a Chanel or a Dior or an Hermes or a Guerlain, the classy side of things. And there's nothing wrong with a woman wearing a beautiful Guerlain fragrance that's floral and stuff, and then at night wears the dark side. Ooh, okay. Yep. So, and these are cheap. Yeah, you only get 30 mils. It is an extrait, so you don't have to go 40 sprays like the the rest of the fragrance community. A couple sprays. This would definitely stain a white shirt, so be cautious. Dark side, big stamp of approval from me. Unfortunate, it is not an unboxing for my own collection. Ugh. But we have the Black Knight to unbox, quote unquote. It's already unboxed. And we got Sex in the Sea. We got an amber one. We have Sticky Fingers, and we got the water one. So we got some unboxings to do from the brand. And they're all over here for some reason, except for the Black Knight was over there because I bought this like way back when I bought this. I just never unboxed it. So these are ones that I bought probably last year. Yeah, that's my last year pile. And guess what's over there like 2-3 years ago? Just sitting there. Ooh. Okay, so dark side, big stamp of approval, love it. Great scent of the day. It is a snowy, beautiful snowy Canadian day today. I can't wait to wear this out. No shame here. This is going to be a great one. I think once the camera's turned off, I'm going to sneak one more extra spray. Just one. I don't want to be too crazy, but one more spray I think will be great. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? And again, positive, negative. Your fragrance reviewers got to give you the positives and negatives. I think I hit both sides of the coin here. I'm excited. I'm happy. A positive fragrance review to all the people that have been calling me out. There you go. There's one for you in the books. And as always, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your dark side fragrance wisely. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Have a good one.